The man who owned nothing but gave everything. The untold story you haven't heard. He built one of the biggest humanitarian networks in the world. Thousands of ambulances, hospitals, orphanages, and shelters carried his name. But when he died, he left behind almost nothing. No luxury mansion, no expensive lifestyle, only 2 sets of clothes, a simple room, and a lifetime of service. This is the story of Abdul Sattar Edhi, the man known as the richest poor man. Abdul Sattar Edhi was born in 1928 in Gujarat, India. From a very young age, he learned the meaning of compassion and responsibility. His mother suffered from paralysis, and young Edhi spent years caring for her. Those early experiences shaped his entire life. He learned patience, he learned kindness, and most importantly, he learned that helping someone in pain is a duty, not a choice. After the partition of India in 1947, his family moved to Karachi, Pakistan. But along with him, Edhi carried a mission to serve humanity. Edhi started his journey with almost nothing: a small pharmacy stall, a single ambulance, and a dream to help those who were forgotten. When others looked away from the poor, the sick, and the abandoned, Edhi stood beside them. He treated people for free when they had nowhere else to go. He didn't ask about religion, status, or background. To him, every human life had value. In 1957, during a deadly flu epidemic in Karachi, Edhi bought his first ambulance through donations. He personally drove through the streets, carrying the sick and even the bodies of those who had nobody to help them. That one ambulance became the foundation of something extraordinary. Over time, it grew into one of the world's largest volunteer ambulance network. A simple vehicle became a symbol of hope. One of Edhi's most unique efforts was the Cradle Project. Outside Edhi's centers, he placed cradles with a message: "Do not abandon, leave the baby with us." Many unwanted and abandoned babies were saved through these cradles. No questions asked, no judgment given. A child who would have forgotten was given food, shelter, and most importantly, love. Edhi and his wife Wilkis built homes for elderly people abandoned by their families. They created shelters for runaway children. They helped people suffering from mental illness who had nowhere else to go. But perhaps the most powerful part of his story was how he treated people nobody wanted to touch. He personally cared for the dying. He washed bodies. He buried thousands of unclaimed people with dignity. He gave respect to society had forgotten. Despite creating a massive welfare organization, Edhi never lived a wealthy life. He stayed in a small 2-room apartment above one of his clinics. He owned only 2 sets of clothes. He slept on floor. He refused government positions, salaries, and many honors. Because for Edhi, the purpose of life was not collecting wealth. It was serving humanity. Abdul Sattar Edhi proved something the world often forgets. A person is not remembered by what they own. They are remembered by the lives they change. He had very little for himself, but he gave hope to millions. This is why Abdul Sattar Edhi was not just a humanitarian. He was a reminder that the greatest wealth is compassion.